Honey, guess what? We're going on a family trip next week.
Wait, a family trip?
Yeah, Dad's got work, so it'll be just Mom, the two of us, and the baby.
Hold on a sec. This is the first time I've heard about this.
We just decided recently. Mom's been wanting to go to the Grand Canyon, so we figured we'd make it a family thing.
Wow, this is really sudden.
I already booked a hotel, so it's all set. I'm so excited. It's been ages since we went on a vacation.
Hon, Mia is only a month old.
So what?
Isn't it a bit too early to take her on a trip? Can't we wait until she's a little older?
We can't wait that long. Besides, a month is old enough, right? If anything, it'll be easier now. She's not even walking yet.
But taking her around crowds...
It'll be fine. We're going on a weekday, so it won't be too busy. Plus, we don't know how long Mom will be in good health.
Still, this is also last minute. I need to prepare.
You need to seize the moment for this kind of thing, or you'll regret it later.
I understand that, but...
If you say we should cancel just because the baby is small, Mom would be devastated. She loves nature and has been looking forward to this.
You always put her opinions first, don't you?
You think so?
When Mia was born, she said she was hoping for a boy. And make sure the next one is a boy. That really hurt me, and you didn't stand up for me.
Did that happen?
It wasn't that long ago, so I'm sure you remember. And you even said you were hoping for a boy too, siding with her. I still can't forget it.
That was just a joke. I didn't care if it was a boy or a girl.
But I was seriously hurt by that.
I didn't mean to. I love Mia.
But even when we were choosing her name, you wanted to go with that flashy one your mom suggested, saying you wanted to make her happy. If your dad hadn't stepped in and convinced her otherwise, we'd be stuck with that name.
It's just a name. You're being so uptight about this.
What are you talking about? A name is important. It's for life. And now you've decided on this trip without even consulting me?
Jeez, all you do is complain. It's already set, so just get ready.
So, you're not going to listen to my opinion at all?
I just want to do something nice for my parents. They're your family too, so stop arguing and help out.
Fine.
Tomorrow's the big day, honey. We're heading out for our vacation for 5 days. So make sure you've got all the baby's clothes and diapers packed. I'm so excited. I took 5 days off just for this.
Oh, sorry. I haven't finished packing yet.
You haven't packed? We're leaving in the morning. You're home all day. What have you been doing?
I'm sorry, but Mia has been running a bit of a fever today. I had to take her to the doctor, so I didn't have time. It's just a cold, but still.
A cold? Seriously? Come on, give me a break. What if I catch it? I can't go on the trip if I get sick.
It's not like I planned this. Kids can get sick out of the blue. The doctor even said so. The weather's been all over the place recently.
You're her mom. You should have been taking better care of her. How could you let her catch a cold? Especially right before a family trip. You've got to be kidding me.
It's not my fault.
Can't she be better by tomorrow? We have some cold medicine at home, right?
She's only a month old. I can't just give her medicine like that. The doctor said she just needed rest.
Ugh, useless. So, what are we supposed to do tomorrow?
I was hoping we could postpone the trip.
No way.
Well, we don't know when her fever might go up again. I can't take her on a trip like this.
Are you kidding me? Why should we have to postpone our trip? My mom has been looking forward to this for ages. There's no way we can cancel last minute for something like this.
Something like this?
You know what? Fine. You don't have to come. Stay home with Mia. I'll go with Mom. How's that?
Wait.
I'm going with my dear mother. You can stay here and take care of Mia and the house like you always do. You're trying to ruin the vacation I planned.
Wait a minute. Is it more important to you than Mia's cold?
I didn't say that, did I? This is so annoying. Whatever. I'm staying at my parents' place tonight. I don't want to catch anything before the trip.
What? Aren't you worried about your daughter?
Me worrying isn't going to make her feel better. I'll get ready for the trip at my parents' place.
But I want you to be here, especially now.
You know what? You're her mother. It's your fault she got sick in the first place. Don't try to dump this on me. I'm not coming back until you've had some time to think about that.
Wait. Honey.
Sylvia,
you really are such a disappointment as a daughter-in-law. Tara?
Nolan told me everything. Not only did you fail to pack for the trip, but you're also using the baby's fever as an excuse. Honestly, you need to get it together.
But Tara, Mia's fever was unexpected, and I'm still not used to taking her to the doctor.
No more excuses. How could you inconvenience your husband over something as trivial as a baby's fever? A real mother would push through something like this. Honestly, how useless can you be? You let the baby get sick? You're getting in Nolan's way? You're an absolute failure as a mother and a wife.
I'm sorry.
I don't know why he married someone like you. I was against this marriage from the start. I wanted a sweet, docile daughter-in-law. But all you do is assert yourself. I had hoped to live with my son and his wife. But because you insisted on having time alone as a newlywed couple, the idea of living together was scrapped.
But Michael said it'd be better if we didn't live together since our daily routines are different.
He's just too lenient with you. I was so disappointed when the first grandchild turned out to be a girl. I was counting on a boy.
The gender isn't something you get to decide, Tara.
Be quiet. It's your job to produce an heir. And I even went to the trouble of coming up with a name for the baby. But thanks to you, my suggestion was ignored. You really are a useless, insolent woman. To be honest, I'm relieved we're going on this trip without you. It's just perfect. You stay home and think about what you've done. Goodbye.
Honey, please pick up the phone. Nolan.
What is it? You keep blowing up my phone with notifications. You know I'm driving.
Please come home right now.
Why?
Please. Mia's fever is really high. It's almost 104 degrees.
Then take her to the hospital. The doctor will figure it out.
But I caught the cold too, and I've got the same fever. I can barely move. I don't know what to do. Please, just come back.
Darn you! You've got to be kidding me.
What?
First, you didn't pack for the trip at all. And now, you're making up this nonsense just to get me to come back? How much do you want to ruin our trip? Stop sulking already. I even pulled over at a rest stop for this. What a waste.
What are you talking about? This isn't a lie. I really do have a fever.
I'm not coming back, no matter what. Taking care of Mia is your job, isn't it? You're her mother. So even if you have a high fever, you need to take care of her. I'm busy being a good son and taking care of my mom, all right?
So you really won't come back?
Of course not. Stop ruining this trip. I'm turning off my phone until you learn your lesson.
Wait, honey. Please listen.
There's nothing like great nature. The air is so fresh, and it's really helping me unwind after all that work. But you made the car ride here a nightmare, you know that? You kept calling and demanding I come back. And it put Mom in a bad mood. Well, she calmed down after the hike. If you apologize sincerely, I might consider letting it slide. Mom said she'd do the same this time too. So stop sulking and just apologize, whether by phone or whatever. Then maybe we'll take you on the next trip. Is that really the first thing you want to say when you finally get in touch? How dare you talk like that to your sick wife and child? Forgive her? Who do you think you are? You're a disgrace. Huh? Who the heck do you think you're talking to? You clearly haven't learned a thing. Don't push your luck. The one pushing their luck is you. Sylvia has nothing to apologize for. Sylvia? Wait, who is this? Aren't you her? Who are you? This is your father. What? Dad? Wait, what's going on? Where's Sylvia? I borrowed her phone for a moment. She's not in a state to talk to you right now. Not in a state to talk? What do you mean? What do I mean? Son, do you even realize what you've done? Huh? She's in the hospital right now. So is Mia. What? In the hospital? I got a call 2 days ago. They were rushed to the emergency room. They tried calling you first, but they couldn't get through after several attempts. Now that I think about it, I had my phone off for a while. The paramedics said Sylvia collapsed from a high fever, and Mia was in a pretty bad state too. Fortunately, both of them are not in critical condition, but they'll be staying in the hospital for a few days. This can't be happening. Wait, which hospital? I'm coming right now. You won't see them again. What? You heard me. You're never seeing Sylvia or Mia again.
What are you saying?
I've gone through your old messages. When they both had high fevers and needed your help, you not only chose to prioritize your trip, but you also hit her with cruel words. That's... You told her to take care of the baby even with a high fever, saying you were too busy being a good son to your mother. You've got to be kidding me.
Yikes.
You're her husband and Mia's father. How could you abandon your sick child and wife and go on a trip with your mom? You're a disgrace not just as a father but as a man. Do you have any idea what it means to be responsible for someone else's daughter? Or what it means to be a father to a child your wife risked her life to bring into this world?
I thought she was just sulking because of our fight. And even if she was really sick, I didn't know what to do. I figured she'd handle it because she's usually so capable.
What are you even saying? If you don't know what to do, does that mean you're allowed to leave your wife and child behind? You didn't even think to take them to the hospital. Just because she's strong doesn't mean she can handle everything alone. She only gave birth a month ago. She's still figuring things out, and her health isn't fully recovered either. She's been trying her best, far from her own family, and you should have been there to take care of her. But hiding behind the excuse of being a good son to ignore your wife and child, that makes you a terrible son too. And your mother is no better. How dare she call Sylvia a failure as a mother? The two of you are a disgrace to this family. Dad, I've been concerned about your behavior and your mother for a while now. I've worried that you've been treating Sylvia poorly. I should have said something sooner. Please, Dad, wait. I'm sorry. I'll come home right now. Just tell me which hospital they're at. There's no way I'm telling you that. You'd only cause more stress for her. Her parents are already here, and they'll be taking care of her and Mia. I'm coming over there now too. Wait, Dad, what about your job? I've explained the situation to my boss, and I've taken some time off. Enjoy the rest of your trip.
Honey, do you have a minute? What do you want?
I heard from Dad yesterday that you and Mia were discharged from the hospital.
Yeah, that's right.
I want to talk.
Don't you have something to say first?
Well, I'm really sorry. After that, Dad came over and chewed me out. I'm so sorry for neglecting you and Mia. I knew you both had fevers and still left you alone. I'm sorry I let it get to the point where you both had to be hospitalized.
I see. So Michael scolded you?
Yeah. He told me that now that I'm married and have a child, my priority should be you guys, not my parents. He said the things I said to you were unacceptable, even as a person. I totally agree with him, and I've reflected on it. Mom got scolded too for the things she said to you. Dad even mentioned divorce, and she was in tears.
I see. And then?
Huh? Well, I've really reflected on this. Can you give me another chance? I promise I'll never neglect you and Mia again. I'll always put you two first, no matter what. Please. I know you're at your parents' place right now, right? Let me come pick you up, and we can go back home.
Listen, Nolan. Let's get a divorce.
No. Wait, what? Why? Why are you talking about divorce? I said I'd never do something like that again. Please, believe me.
You know, if before anything else, you had asked how I was feeling or how Mia was and had shown any concern for us, I might have considered giving it another try.
But
instead, all you did was talk about how you've reflected on your actions, without even asking how we're doing now. It's clear to me that all you care about is getting forgiveness so you can feel better. In the end, you're still only thinking about yourself.
no, you've got it all wrong. I was really worried about you. I couldn't stop thinking about how you were doing.
And yet, you didn't even visit us in the hospital or send a single message.
I wanted to come to the hospital right away, but Dad wouldn't tell me where it was. And I thought you'd want some rest while you were there, so I held off on contacting you. I figured we'd talk once you were out.
If we really mattered to you, you would have found a way to get to us, no matter what Michael said. You should have been searching for the hospital, even if it meant begging. But instead, you just sat around waiting for us to be discharged. If I were in your shoes, I would never have done that. And now you're trying to apologize over text? So I'm not even worthy of a face-to-face apology or a phone call? You've got to be kidding me.
No, that's not it at all. I didn't mean it like that. I've got my reasons too. Let's talk this out in person.
Honestly, I don't think it'll do any good to talk. While I was in the hospital, I kept thinking about the past. Like how you've made belittling comments since the beginning of our marriage. Or how you didn't care about my morning sickness when I was pregnant. You went out with friends while I was bedridden. And when I called you during labor, you were at a party and said you couldn't come because you were having a great time. You missed the birth. And when you finally showed up, you were completely drunk. You embarrassed me in front of the doctor and nurses. You've always dumped all the housework and childcare on me. You never once followed through on your promise to help. You refused to change diapers or give me a bath, saying it was something I could do. And yet, you and your mom constantly criticized me for not being good enough. This latest incident was just the final straw. I've realized that I can't stay married to you anymore. No matter what you say, I'm not changing my mind. It's pointless.
Please don't say that. I know I was wrong. I'll apologize as many times as it takes. I'll help with Mia in the housework. I'll change, I swear.
No, Nolan, you won't. You can't change for us. Anyone who still talks about helping with housework and childcare at this point...
No, wait. That's not what I meant. I really will change.
It's over. If you have anything to say, do it through my lawyer from now on.
Don't do this, Sylvia.
Enjoy your life with your dear mom. Goodbye. Nolan kept persistently contacting me, begging me to reconsider the divorce. However, I blocked all his contacts. As expected, he showed up at my parents' house. But my parents, along with an attorney they hired through their connections, handled it and turned him away. Thanks to them, I was able to rest both physically and mentally, which I'm truly grateful for. We eventually divorced with minimal contact. Nolan was made to agree to pay sufficient alimony and child support. Meanwhile, Michael also demanded a divorce from Tara. She was desperate to avoid it, leading to a nasty legal battle. But I introduced the attorney who helped me, and he successfully finalized the divorce. Now, Nolan and Tara are living together in an apartment. But she has become mentally unstable from the shock of the divorce and is showing early signs of dementia. I imagine Nolan's having a hard time taking care of her. As for me, I moved back in with my parents, and with their help, I'm raising Mia. I've found a good daycare and I'm set to return to work soon. Michael checks in on us occasionally. He seems to be enjoying his new life, finally pursuing hobbies he's always wanted to try after the divorce. Although my marriage didn't work out, I'm looking forward to continuing a happy life with my beloved family.